Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue match day 13. Still, of course, with PSG 6 points ahead, but with Luis Enrique in trouble because another defeat in the Champions League. And we saw the first game of Sampaoli. Alain, it was a defeat for the Argentinian.
Yes, it was a difficult game because playing in Lille is always difficult this season. Now we must wait. He has a good squad to improve a little the level. It's not difficult because Rennes is probably one of the worst news since the beginning of the season. Now he has a good opportunity with a game not easy, but a game where Rennes must to catch point Saturday.
Against Saint-Etienne, getting very close to the relegation spots. So guys, stay with us. Of course, press the like, subscribe. Let's go on now with the show. On Friday, we have a tricky game. Lands, a very difficult one, both in the middle of the table, but not far from the European spots. As we can see, Alain, the odds are very high for both outcomes. We have a Reims drawing with Lyon in the previous match day. It's only one win in the last 5 games. Lens lost to 𝗵𝗵𝗄, as you predicted, by the way, is 3 defeats in the last 4 games.
Yes, loss is better. It's better when they're played away. That one we don't have any doubt because the statistics speak about loss away. Now, where against which team away their catch point? Since the beginning of the season, lose the Conference League away against Panathinaikos. Away they catch some draw, but in a difficult field like Monaco and Rennes, because it's always difficult in Strasbourg. You can have some problem. Now go to Reims. It will be clearly a special game for his manager still. Reims at home is difficult to understand who is this Stade de Reims. Stade de Reims against Lyon, the match finished with a draw, but in my opinion, Lyon deserved to win this game. I think Reims will have a lot of motivation. And that one can make the difference for this game, not for 𝑋1-2 or with the goal, but with a double opportunities. I choose Reims. Don't lose this game. Reims 1x at 1.61.
Okay, great odds again in this game. Games on Saturday. First one is Rennes Saint-Etienne, and the first home game for Jorge Sampaoli, 1 point away from the bottom 3. The team Rennes that should be looking at the European spots, they lost to Lille. So it's 3 consecutive defeats and no goals scored for Rennes. Saint-Etienne, Alain, was a key win last weekend against Montpellier, 1-0. So they are 3 points away from Nantes.
Yes, and the strange is Saint-Etienne has more points than Rennes. That one at the beginning of the season. Nobody can imagine that scenario after 12 games in Ligue 1. Now, in the number, Saint-Etienne scored less than Stade de Reims and received more goal than Stade Rennais. Stade Rennais must to win again a match because in the last 7 games, they lose 5, only 1 victory against Le Havre and a draw against Brest. there must to change a little the streak, because we know the risk when do you have a really talented team must to fight against relegation. Normally, is a type of squad are not the habit to manage this pressure, manage this type of competition. The occasion is very good. I now choose 1x2 is difficult. It's true. At the end, Saint-Etienne, when they played away, we saw the worst version of Saint-Etienne this season. A team without personality, a team able to catch only a draw, only 1 point since the beginning of the season, and right now I don't will we take the risk to put a victory for Stade Rennais, but I think this game will be have goals, and I choose over 2.25 goals, odds 1.53.
Okay, same odds actually as Rennes winning 1.5, really low odds if you are backing the home team, especially with the numbers they are showing this season. Next game is Brest Strasbourg, also two teams that are in the bottom half of the table with 13 points both. We saw Brest losing against Barcelona, is 3 consecutive defeats also in Ligue 1. Strasbourg lost to Nice away from home, only 2 points. It's not an easy game, this one, to bet, Alain.
No, it's strange. It's a strange game because odds don't reflect the situation in the table from both teams, because both team has 13 points, but both team do a different season. Brest in Ligue 1, the last three games, we saw a bad version of Brest. 3 defeat against Montpellier, against Monaco, against Nice. Now they played at home. At home, they have something better. And at the beginning of the season, we speak here about the risk for Brest to lose something in Ligue 1 with the schedule in Champions, play every 3 days. They manage really well September and October. November, it start to be different. Yes, they won in Prague against Sparta Prague, but in November, they play 5 games, they lose 4, and they won only in Prague. And Prague, yesterday, Sparta Prague, we saw against Atletico Madrid, is one of the worst team in this Champions League. There must to have a strong reaction, because after when do you start to enter in a bad streak is always really dangerous. In change, Strasbourg is a young team. Strasbourg, the game of Strasbourg, I enjoy when I saw Strasbourg because they're really dynamic, but sometimes we saw a bad version of Strasbourg, like in Saint-Etienne, in Nice. They lose the game after their score first in the match. It was poor. The offensive production was really poor. But curiously, in the second half, it was better when they have the advantage. There was we 1 goal up. But now in Brest, I think we can be suffer the model of play of Strasbourg, really physical too, but it's a little more dynamic respect to Brest. Brest play yesterday in Barcelona, and I think Strasbourg can catch a good result. I choose double opportunity, X2 odds 1.72.
Okay, and another team playing in the Champions League, PSG, now at home against Nantes. There is no option, I think, for a surprise in Ligue 1 with PSG as huge favorites to win the title. But Luis Enrique is under pressure. Alain, in Europe, another defeat against Bayern Munich. It looks like every big game in Europe is lost by PSG. And I don't know if this could open a wound or a problem in the dressing room with Luis Enrique kind of not taking responsibility also about the defeats, but saying that this should be shared. It's not an easy moment, I guess, with all these defeats for a club that is looking to Europe and not only to win the Ligue 1.
Yes, but sincerely, we can ask about the squad. I think in this squad, PSG is not in the top 5 Champions League for the squad, and maybe in the top 10. But include that, PSG miss experience. PSG is a new project, is a really young team, and with young team, normally in Champions you suffer. And now Nasser, the president of PSG, said we have the best manager to work with the young, and now I think Luis Enrique is not a risk. Now the relationship with his vestiary, I don't know. He had some trouble with 𝗵𝗵𝗿, and 𝗵𝗵𝗿 don't play 2 games for a bad attitude. But except that, I think outside I think is not a problem, the relationship. I think the experience is a problem, and we saw against Arsenal, we saw against Bayern Munich, and with the goal, because in Champions League, PSG scored not so many goals, and that one is a big limit, because you lose 1-0 2 times in a big match. That one means we have a problem with the relationship with the goal. It's not the case in Ligue 1. It's not the case in Paris when they play at home. Normally they start really strong, and now not come in Paris. Not is again in a trouble. They start really well, not, but since the beginning of September, Lens don't win a game. Only 3 points since the beginning of September. 𝗍𝗶𝗄, his place is a risk. His place is a risk because he's now in the play-out spot, but with the same point like Angers and Montpellier with Gasset. We saw something more, so an improvement, and not need some against a psychological shock, and wake up a little the team, because the team is sleepy. We see against Le Havre a team without reaction, and normally 𝐻𝐿, the president, change the manager when he saw that. It can be the last game of 𝗍𝗶𝗄, and I think something is broken in this vestiary. For that, Paris start always strong the game at home, and I choose over 1.25 goals in the first half. Odds 1.78. In the case of only 1 goal is scored, you have the money back.
Well, half money back in this case.
Half money back, yeah.
Yep, with the Asian handicap line. Nantes only 2 wins this season, and the manager in risk, according to Alain Valnegri. 5 games on Sunday. Montpellier, Lille doing a great season. Lille right now in Champions League spots. Another team also playing in Europe. Beat Rennes in the last game away from home, even getting good results, something that we didn't see in other seasons. Their only defeat came against Saint-Etienne. Alain, Montpellier bottom 7 points. Another defeat in a key game against Saint-Etienne. It's impossible to trust Montpellier, even if Lille have to play this Champions League game against Bologna.
Yes, and the surprise is the value of the odds, because the odds are really high. We are speaking about one of the best team in Ligue 1, like Lille, against one of the worst team in Ligue 1, like Montpellier. And 192 for Lille victory is interesting. Now Montpellier improve Saint-Etienne's game. Montpellier catch a victory against a Champions League team like Brest in the first game of 𝗀𝗲𝗄 in La Mosson. It can be a surprise. We don't know, but Montpellier, since 𝗀𝗲𝗄 is back, we understand one thing. 𝗀𝗲𝗄 start working from the defense. He play with a really low block, and he wanna play in counter attack. He don't want have the possession of the ball. That is the plan of the game. And in the synopsis against Lille, Lille lose a game this season against a team really similar than Montpellier, like Saint-Etienne. And if you watch the game or imagine or predict the game again with that synopsis, we can risk the double opportunity for Montpellier. In spite of that, I think Lille will we go with a warrior mentality in Montpellier to catch a victory. And for that reason, I choose Lille victory odds 1.92.
Okay, Lille to win. Good odds, actually, for a Champions League team playing in the ground of the bottom of the table. Now, relegation 6-pointer between Le Havre and Angers. Angers penultimate in the standings. Le Havre only 2 points more. Therefore, this game is key. Le Havre won last weekend. That's why they are out of the bottom three. And Angers, Alain, lost to Auxerre, lost to PSG, but they were, before these two games, getting good results. How do you see this one with the home team as a favorite?
Yes, it's a team between two teams fighting against relegation. Who is better right now? I think in the balance, Angers, in the content, if you check since the beginning of the season, Angers give us more in the content. But Le Havre is really concrete team, and they catch only victory, and for that reason, they have 2 points more than Angers. But Angers catch more positive results because they draw a lot. Le Havre right now is the only team in Ligue 1 without a draw. Without a draw, in the last game, we saw that in Nantes, I made a mistake because I trust in Nantes, and Nantes was horrible in this game. And Angers, Le Havre, sorry, play his game and catch deserved victory in the content. Now, Angers away, they catch really good results, Edu. It's difficult to predict a away game in Angers because in Le Havre, they deserve to. In Auxerre, they deserve to catch a draw. The goal arrived in the minute 93 during the extra time. But in the content, we saw similar team with similar with a strong balance in the possession, in the shoot, in the expect goals. And Auxerre was lucky. And Angers will be playing in the same way in Le Havre. But Le Havre, we know, is a team with a fighting mentality. They don't have a lot of talent, but they're fighting, and that one make me think it can be the draw about the weekend. I choose my weekly X for Le Havre Angers odds 4.20.
In the last match day, Alain, your weekly draw was wrong in the last minute.
Yeah, exactly.
A goal, and it broke your choose your choice for a draw. Next game, really good one, Lyon. Nice, Lyon sixth in the table, drew against Reims. Before that, as we know, beat Saint-Etienne in the derby. Is 7 games without a defeat in Ligue 1, although with a lot of draws, with a lot of problems, as we are saying in our videos outside the pitch. And Nice doing also a good season, 15 the standings, 10 points out of the last 12, Alain.
Yes, Nice is yes. We start to saw the football of 𝗲𝗲𝗿𝗲. Now they arrive really well. Nice. The only limit about Nice is Europe, because the schedule is difficult, but there will be meet a European team too. Lyon has a big travel to play in Karabakh. Maybe that one can be a factor to especially in the second half. Maybe they can suffer a lot. In the last months, we saw a Nice with a strong mentality to draw the game and recover the game, because against Strasbourg, against Lille, against Twente, teams start losing, and always there have the mentality to catch a draw or positive results or a victory, like Strasbourg, when they change totally the results in the second half. Now, in the first half, they concede a lot. They receive a goal in the last 3 games. We know Lyon, when they play at home, they always start really, really strong. And I think Lyon, a lot of players want to leave Lyon in January and must to play well now, because to attract offer about another club. Like PSG Nantes, I see goals in the first half, over 1.25 goals in the first half, odds 2.15.
And the next game is Toulouse, Auxerre. Toulouse doing great this season, mid-table. Remember, last season they were fighting against relegation. They lost to PSG, but they were coming from 3 consecutive defeats. Whereas Auxerre also doing a great season. Is 4 wins and 1 draw in the last 5 games. 2 teams overperforming in this season.
Yes, but Montpellier, I'm not so surprised. Toulouse start with some problems, some trouble, because they lose a lot of games, but it was against a team with another type of ambition, against Marseille, Brest, Lyon, and Lille are a European ambition team. And after that difficult schedule, and when they play against team with similar technical value, they catch good results against Angers, in Montpellier, at home against Stade de Reims, and the victory in Rennes. After the game in Paris, the last game in Paris, don't give us the level about Toulouse. But against Auxerre, warning, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Auxerre can play against every team. And away, after a difficult beginning of the season with only defeat, Pellissier correct that, because in the last 2 games, he won in Marseille and he catch a really good draw in Lyon. Difficult to predict this game. I choose Toulouse win with the handicap 0.25, odds 1.49.
And the last game is the derby, the best game we have in this match day, Olympique Marseille, Monaco, with, as you can see, the bookies thinking that this could be a draw. The odds are basically the same for Olympique Marseille and for Monaco. Remember also that only 1 win this season for Olympique Marseille playing at home at the Velodrome. You have to take this in consideration. And also Alain, that Monaco is a very good away team, 4 wins this season, and the only defeat came in the other derby, in the 𝐻𝐿𝐴 against Nice.
Yes, totally agree. In Champions, too, there one in Bologna, there one in Zagreb. Monaco is making a brilliant season. We can say that maybe they lose some point in Ligue 1 at the end of October and beginning of November with that 2 defeat against Angers and Nice, and that is the difference with Paris Saint-Germain. But in the content that can play against Paris Saint-Germain, and if they play against Paris Saint-Germain, there will be create a lot of problem to Paris Saint-Germain. Marseille is one of the mystery of the season in Ligue 1 is Marseille in Vélodrome, because only the victory against Nice, and it was in September, at the middle of September, and after that, game against Angers, against Auxerre, against PSG, win, okay, but against Auxerre and against Angers, catch only 1 point is strange. It's really strange. Now, the derby must to improve that. In Lens, we saw a very good team with an offensive mentality, dominate the field in against Lens, but their concede transition, and against Monaco is dangerous because Monaco feel really comfortable when they can attack in counter attack. They are really fast player in attack. Embolo is a transition striker. Ilianikana too. You have Balogun too, but is unfortunately injured. But is the profile of the striker of Monaco is striker with a lot of powder when they can run. For that reason, I think Monaco can be managed well this game, and I choose Monaco winning 𝐋𝐞𝐿. The odds are so interesting. Odds 1.95.
All right, so if there is a draw, you get your money back. There is value on Monaco to win also, 2.7, of course, really good away team at one point of the season. I guess 𝗵𝐴𝐴 also should wake up and play better and get better results at home, but even in the last 2 games, they lost to Auxerre or PSG, for instance, at the Velodrome. Well, Alain, of course, remember that we can still participate in our tipster competitions and win great cash prizes. Even now, we have also rivals. We've just launched this new competition setup where you can challenge your friends, so you can create your own private competition and challenge your friends. And Alain, if someone is looking for a good bet in this Ligue 1 Matchday 13, which one would be your safe bet?
Toulouse Auxerre over 1.75 goals, odds 1.27.
And your ACCA?
Lille winning. Toulouse winning with the handicap 0.25, and Monaco winning with handicap 1.25 for a total 3.43.
All right, in this case, Asian handicap plus
0.25
yes, or plus 1.25, so that's why the odds are lower. You get money back in case there is a draw. Well, Alain Valnegri, thank you very much. Let's keep enjoying Ligue and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.